meghalayapost.news.
Ksai Ryndia, Kalong, Kajingsarong, Ïaka Jila.
Ukonrat ke sangma kasing kongula Plie ba Ïaka Sai Lum ka karkhana shnak Ksai Ryndia iri Bhoirymbong riboi ban Kyntiew Ïaka Kam Ksai Ryndia ban kurshani kinong ri knyang Ryndia lembat kinong Tanjan ka jalan habokran ka jingelang ukonrat ke sangma ula ong bakari boi ka dei ka wena district ka baklan tam ka jingpen Ksai Ryndia ha Meghalaya ka buan ba aru ha ka perthai ha ka jingpen sop knyang Ryndia ula ong ru bok Ksai Ryndia la new ahimsa sil udai ubadan chunga dei bat ka kolsha bat ka kamai ka ji jong ki babun kilong yeng ha ka jala bat ka jing ye kani ka karkhana kan yara ban pen khlan ya kar kom trikam ban pen bha ya ka jingyo yoksai ubabha bar ban ajing rap ka ba kham bhai kinong ri khnyang bat kinong thanjan hagani ka sni na kalyang menteri rang ba ula ai tiru ika song jing rap ka balai san lak tingka hapo ka prime Meghalaya scheme ban kershan ya kani ka project ula ka deuru ba ka jing don jong ka Bhoirymbong hajan jong ka ling su Umroi kan long ka kabu ban Plie lat ban Kyntiew Ïaka Kam Khaïi pateng bar ban Kyntiew ka yau ka han Ksai Ryndia dalor menteri rang ba ka jala konrad ki sangma kiwi ki blai don lang hakani ka sngi ki kanthum yaw ba daman bait lamare MLA ka Umroi constituency uba isnai hing MDC ka Umroi uba Frederick R Kharkongor principal secretary ka Saloni Verma executive director ka MBMA u Colin Z Runtley technical advisor nectar Northeast Center for Technology and Reach lembat kiwi
Seeing all of you gathered here today gave us hope, encouragement, and strength to continue this journey with even greater determination. As we all know, the aerial worm is found mainly in India, particularly along the Brahmaputra Valley, where Meghalaya proudly stands as the second largest producer of airy cocoon in the country, producing nearly 500 metric tons annually as per the Central Silk Board 2011. The sericulture industry in Meghalaya is broadly divided into three sectors: cocoon yarn, yarn and fabric. In Bhoirymbong itself, there are about 7,200 airy farmers producing nearly 60 metric tons of cocoon annually, and around 1,000 active weavers consuming approximately 33 to 35 metric tons of yarn every year. However, the sad reality is that we remain weak in the yarn sector due to the continued dependence on a conventional method of yarn production despite many interventions over the years. Despite producing our own cocoon, much of it leave the state through various channels, only to return to our weavers in a form of yarn at almost 3 times the original price. This has resulted in a major economic loss to the state and weakened local value addition. In Bhoirymbong district alone, the estimate loss due to this estimate yearly revenue, a loss from raw cocoon movement is around 5 to 6 crore. However, if these cocoon are converted into yarn within the state itself, an estimated revenue of 14 to 15 crores can be generated without even without accounting for the fabric sector. It was in the 2017 that Sai Lum recognized this gap and decided that enough was enough. Something had to be done. What began as a small initiative slowly evolved into a mission, not only for business, but also for supporting our local weavers, farmers, and the future of Meghalaya indigenous textile ecosystem.
And we are very, very thankful to Prime for carrying forward this very important project, which is first of its kind, not only in Meghalaya, sir. Actually, it may be in the whole world also. You know that Eri silkworm is found only in Northeast India. They are trying to do it in Hyderabad also, but it's not like what we are doing here. So it is a kind of monopoly actually. So the Department of Textiles also has been doing great job under the leadership of Sir Frederick Harkover. We are on and off having meeting how to promote silk industries in this region. So I was very surprised when I saw all the equipments, and these machines are not designed for Eri silk processing. Actually, there are no machines particularly for Eri silk processing, if I'm not wrong. This is a cotton technology actually. So the Bhoirymbong, he has been able to, he's very innovative. He took that technology from that where they used to process cotton and apply it for making it silk for getting this silk from the Eri silk yarn. So he's very innovative. His dream and perseverance and experiment that he has been doing is very, very, what can I say, very appreciative.
Karindia, Kalong, Kajingsarong, Ïaka Jila. Friends, I'm extremely honored and proud to be here today in the presence of our Honorable MLA, MDC, our officials, Bhoirymbong Pinrop, our founder of Ksai Lum, and all the other stakeholders who have made this project as well as this program a possibility. I do apologize for coming late. I had to travel from Delhi. The flights got delayed. The weather deteriorated. I could not fly by chopper, and so on and so forth. And I could not make it on time. So I do apologize for not being able to come here on time, but thank you so much for being so patient and waiting for us. Friends, entrepreneurship has been at the core of what our government has been trying to do. Since the beginning, from 2018, we have believed that if Meghalaya has to transform, if we have to achieve the growth that we desire to see, it cannot just be the government working alone. We need enterprise. We need our entrepreneurs to thrive. If you look at any economy in the state, in the country, or in the world, the government is only a facilitator. It provides the opportunity. But it is the entrepreneurs and the people who take that opportunity and create and unlock value. And that is what leads to growth. And therefore, for me, Prime program was one of the first programs I started. I remember the first thing we did was we started to recognize our entrepreneurs. So I started picking one entrepreneur every month, calling the person to my office, clicking one picture with him or her, and giving a small token of appreciation from my side, telling them, thank you for taking up entrepreneurship. And that is how the journey of Prime started. And then I called up the team and I said, let us now put up an ecosystem which will now support, will guide, will train, will fund different business ideas and entrepreneurs who wish to take their business forward. And this is, of course, there is a personal experience to it. It's because I'm an entrepreneur myself. And I remember many years back, I'm talking about 27 years ago, there was no system to support entrepreneurs. Nobody cared about entrepreneurs, to be very frank. And that is that experience of how I had to struggle as an entrepreneur made me realize that if I do ever get an opportunity, if God blesses me with an opportunity to serve our people, then it is entrepreneurship that I will push. I must congratulate Bhoirymbong and his entire team for taking that step, for taking a calculated risk, for seeing the opportunity and creating value out of the opportunity.
meghalayapost.news